learning more about a game that I had no prior knowledge about. It's called PanPan. Can you give us the sort of the big picture, the overview of it? What kind of game is this?
It's I would say like a bite-sized adventure game for mobile and desktop.
What's the scenario? What's going on here?
So it's a game where you crash with your ship, and it's an unknown alien world. So you have to explore it and find out how to get out of there, and with the help of some creatures that try to fix your broken ship.
It's a sort of a popular theme. We've seen many video games that sort of play around with this sort of crash landing and collecting things. How significant is this theme, and sort of what do you want to convey with this? Because I sort of get the feeling that the sort of the story here is sort of secondary.
Yeah. I think that's why you have so many games, because the story kind of sucks. But that's when you get to the point. I need a story. Fuck it, the story is not that important. Let's go with the crashing ship story, and then I can focus on the important stuff, the world and how it feels to explore it. So the story, it was almost like saying the story is not important. It's just a good way of introducing a new alien world that you can explore. So I would say that's why I went with that story.
Yeah, because I would say as well, the world is very inviting, and it's sort of a world where it sort of poses questions to you, if you will. You're thinking about, because it's more symbolic than perhaps sort of showing the world. It's a lot of geometric shapes, etc., etc. So it sort of asks the player to poke around and explore and learn things.
Yeah. I try to think about the world as it has a backstory, but sometimes it's just there for you to, of course, I just make stuff to create fun puzzles, but I always try to ground it in some backstory that fills the world with meaning, I would say.
If you give an example, what sort of puzzles can you expect in the game?
You can't do that much actually in the game. You can walk around and carry stuff. So all the puzzles are based on that mechanic. But so you have to use the environment or the stuff that you carry that have different abilities to solve puzzles in different ways, I would say.
You say that it's sort of understatement of saying it's only one mechanic, but there is a lot you can do with that one mechanic, and perhaps that's something that's also interesting to explore from a game design point of view, to explore one mechanic fully.
Yeah, try to keep it simple, just to make it suitable for touchscreens. That was my initial goal, but then that became kind of secondary, and was just a nice thing to have a simple foundation to build puzzles on, and it was also fun to try to make it as less repetitive as possible with a simple ground, and I think I managed to do it kind of well.
Is there any sort of game that you look to for inspiration in that sense of how they deal with puzzles and puzzle design?
Yeah, I think so, but I guess it's mostly games I like I don't know. I would say Zelda, but it's not that similar. But maybe in a way, some puzzles in the dungeons in Zelda, I would say, and but I'm not sure actually.
Probably a ton of different references that have mixed up all the...
Probably all the games I like to play myself. I just copied small bits and put it together into something.
So what's the plan ahead with the game? You're showing a game here that's not finished, but you're fairly far along.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't have a great plan. It's just fun to show it, and it's time to do it because it feels like it's done enough for showing people and look how the response is, and then see if I need to tweak it a bit based on that. So it's both fun to just show it to you guys and then also have some input on the how well it's playing.
Would you plan on bringing it out to PC and tablets, etc., etc.?
Yeah, my goal is to bring it out to PC, Mac, and maybe Linux, and then iPad, and potentially also iPhone. Well, I haven't really decided. It depends on how well it plays on the small screen.
They're getting bigger as well.
Yeah, true. True.
All right, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.